had nothing to do with the book. But my face is on it, so good.
Hi,
Yeah.
Kunal.
Hi.
You did the whole last page is dedicated to thanking you. By the way,
Yes.
you had a lot to do with this book apparently.
That's the consolation prize for sitting up at night and hearing it again and again. No, but I'm very happy she wrote this book because, like she mentioned earlier, there was, so when she said that, I've been asked to write a book, and I was like, great, because the first thing I knew, it wasn't going to be fiction because she can't string a story together. I mean, she's very good at words, but she lacks a little bit of imagination. So I was like, oh, are you writing fiction? So she's like, no. And I said, okay, so try it, you might enjoy it. And she wrote a chapter, and when I read it, for selfish reasons, I was like, I didn't know this about her. So I was like, why didn't you write this book? Because I'm kind of learning so many things about you that you didn't know. Because earlier she would always be like, it wasn't interesting, I don't remember. But now she was forced to do that. So I was very intrigued and interested to know. But then later I found out that they were rewrites. And I had to read those again. And it's amazing that she was also pregnant during when she was writing this book.
Yeah.
So she was also a bit hormonal, so I couldn't refuse when asked one too many times. And I've seen that over the years in every relationship, and today I know this because I just realized it last week, there's this amazing statement that is used, do you want to do this? So it would start like in the earlier phase of the relationship with like, do you want to pick me up and take me out for dinner? I was like, yes. And then it came to, do you want to turn the lights off? And like, do I want to? Okay. Now recently it's like, do you want to check on the baby? Do you want to do this? So you realize that do is just there. It's actually you want to. You just don't know it. So yes, do I want to talk about this? Yes.
Yes, you do.
Other sister,
Okay.
who I'd like to introduce you to, is Sabha.
Yeah, Sabah, how
Why
did
don't you answer that, Sabha?
Well, I wasn't too surprised because she's brilliant, and as I think Kunal said, we all tend to, Google a lot of words when Soha's talking. But she is, mashallah, very. She writes really well. She speaks really well. So I don't think I'd have been surprised to know that she's writing a book. I'm very proud that she did.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Saif, what about you? When she came up to you, were you surprised or were you like, yes, that's...
Well, actually, I had the pleasure of reading some of the early proofs,
like
and
now.
I thought they were hysterical, really, really funny, and really well written and well balanced, and with a funny start and a great sense of humor. So I'm very excited about this. I think it was a really good read.
Oh, good. I'm glad you sound really proud. Do you have any anecdotes you want to share or any
About
words?
Soha?
Yeah, something from that we might not find in the book.
Well, I mean, first of all, I'd like to congratulate her. I think this is
Seriously.
a great occasion. I think she's done really well with this thing. Sohabia, obviously I went to a wonderful university. I went to two wonderful universities, actually. She went to Oxford as well as the London School of Economics, and was highly qualified and was working in Citibank, and all set to do that. And then she came to stay with me for a summer, and quit her job and join movies. And I'm not sure how my parents felt about that, but she's of course has her mother's blood and genes as well, and was drawn to this profession. There was a time, she's misleading. She seems quiet and very, very sweet and polite, which she is, and she's a source of strength for us, and I'm very happy she lives in the same city as I do. But she had gone out to dinner once. I want to tell the story.
All
to
roads
Safina.
lead to Safina.
All right. I was still lying in bed, scrolling through my Twitter feed, sipping coffee, more asleep than awake, when I saw the headline. Soha reveals major secret about Kareena Kapoor's pregnancy. What? When? Where? Who? I couldn't answer any of the 4 basic questions journalists are taught to ask, but I was already panicking. The coffee had turned to mud in my mouth, and I was finding it difficult to breathe. I'm usually so careful. I never say anything about Amma, Bhai, and Kareena, and especially nothing about the baby. Had I inadvertently let something slip? I sat up and scanned the rest of the article, and the more I read, the more I relaxed. The major secret was that Bhai and Kareena, or Safina, as they are together referred to, were not planning to have their child in London, as far as I knew. I remembered the interview. I remember answering the obligatory question about how I was feeling about becoming a bua again, dismissing the one about what preparations we were making, expressing vitriol about the one whether I wanted a girl or a boy for them. Will they have the baby in London? The question had come out of the blue and I was bemused. Why would they want to have the baby in London? There was some furious scribbling and a furtive exchange of glances, and I hastily added, I have no idea what they're planning, and as far as I know, they aren't planning to have the baby in London. I ended with my most convincing, but what would I know, shrug. So the fact that the baby would not be born in London, or Bolivia, or Zimbabwe, or Mars for that matter, was major news. Any tiny detail or non-detail is major news. And some journalists will come up with the most ingenious ways to uncover these tidbits, as illustrated below by the line of questioning I am often subjected to. Whilst premiering the first episode of The Great Indian Home Makeover, a televised show on interior redecorating that I host. Question: tell us about the show. Answer: it's a home makeover show where we surprise the homeowner and make over one room in the space of 48 hours. Question: speaking of redecorating, how are you doing the baby's room in Safina's house? Whilst at a press conference for Balmain watches. Question: tell us what you like about Balmain watches. Answer: they are stylish, elegant, and feminine. A woman's watch is more than a timepiece. It's a piece of jewelry, a style accessory. Question: speaking of time, it's a happy time in the family with the baby coming. When
Well, I think I'm rarely intimidated by anyone, as I'm sure most of the media knows. But if there's one person in the family that I'm completely in awe of, I think it's Soha.
Thank you so much.
I mean, obviously just a little nervous, taking a cue from Kunal. Obviously being that when I'm at dinner with Saif and Soha, I'm like, oh my God, I'm never going to understand this conversation. If Kunal can't, there's no way that I can. So Soha's always been so polite. She's always been like, yeah, hi, what's up? So yeah, okay, did you buy anything? So what's the gossip? So I'm like, oh God, I feel so small and lame. Is this what it's really going to be? And then I was like, but it's okay. But I think we found our way, and if there's anyone in the family that I think any of us turn to when Amma's all worked up and fired up, then there's just one person that can control the situation, and that's Soha. So, I mean, I truly, truly believe that she is the torchbearer of this family. And this title it doesn't do justice, because famous or not famous, she is the grounding in which all of us stand on. And I've truly seen that the way she has compassionately and with just as a breaking heart when her father was passing away. I've never seen any daughter. I'm a daughter, but I don't know if I could have done the way she looked after him. And that, in my eyes, to me, is a solid woman. So here's to you, Soha. And I'm sure Buzz listening to all of this. Yes, so fantastic. Let's hear it for none other than the brightest in the family, Soha Ali Khan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Soha. That was my favorite excerpt from the book as well. Yeah, I cried. It's just sometimes you need to hear some stuff, and your book helped me. So thank you very much from me for writing this book, because it really helped me, and I really enjoyed it. And I wanted to, if you guys don't mind, I want to play a quiz with you guys, a quick quiz on who knows Soha best. It's the Who Knows Soha Best test. Are you guys ready for this? It's a quick, just 5 questions. There will be points given out. There will be a winner and a loser.
What's the hamper?
You will be named in the next title of her next book. That is the prize. All right, so you guys ready? It's a quick quiz. Yeah? All right, the first question is, who is Soha's favorite author? Really? Nobody? No? Okay, who is?
Michael Connolly, Joe Nesbo. Joe Nesbo. Joe Nesbo.
Is that the correct answer,
It's
Soha?
actually Margaret Atwood.
It's Julian Barnes.
Oh, well.
They don't actually know me at all, these people.
But you're such an eclectic reader, you know,
That's true.
from Joe
Fair.
Nesbo to Julian
Were they-
Barnes to
were they
Margaret
close?
Atwood.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, then your
They're
mom.
next to each other on the bookshelf.
There we go. So your mom and Saif get 10 points each in this first question. All right, the next question is, what makes Soha lose her temper? Yeah, one thing that makes Soha lose her temper. Really, that's the answer?
Not getting her food on time?
Ooh.
Yeah, but Kunal first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well done, Kunal. You get the points for that question. That's any consolation. The,
What's the real answer?
Yeah, hunger, like anyone else.
Okay.
Blood sugar falls and you lose
but
perspective.
genuinely, it's Kunal first.
Yes, always.
Okay.
Kunal is equal to hunger. Hunger.
Fair. Okay. All right. Question number 3, guys. This is a tough one. And do you know? I don't even. Do you?
Do I know the answer to this?
I mean, I think I know the answer. What is the name of the Tagore ancestral home? Oh. No?
Presumably Amma knows the answer to this.
Joda Shako.
Yes, that is the correct answer. Guys, I was, yeah.
I think
yeah,
this
looks
is
like-
rigged.
No, I've got questions for you guys as well.
It's supposed to
should
test
also
whether you've
know
read the
Joda
book
Shako.
or not.
Exactly. I got all these questions from the book, by the way, guys. So, all right. Who is Soha's closest? Who is Soha closest to in the family?
That's a very dangerous question right
That's
now.
easy.
Okay.
I'm
That's
currently
easy.
sitting next to Kunal and my
Inaya.
mother.
Who's gonna?
Inaya.
Oh, well
That's the most diplomatic
played.
answer.
Even though I'm furthest
Most
from her right
diplomatic
now.
answer.
Well played.
You can't have fights after that. No, but yeah.
Well,
Mother or Inaya?
It's a comedy, horror, or political satire. Not sure. My mother did want to write a book once on me, and the title was going to be Oh Saf. No? Bestseller.
Yeah, hello.
Can't be
Hi,
written, no?
one more question over there.
Hi, Soha. Yeah. Congratulations for the book launch. I wanted to know whether in future you will be writing some fiction books too, or are you planning to some stories?
After that, if Kunal hasn't completely crushed her confidence totally.
Thank you.
I really feel if I was going to write a book now, it would be on the first 6 weeks of parenting because that's all I can think about.
Sounds
And
like a real bestseller.
it would be funny. It would be funny. It would have you in tears and like I am at the end of every day. But maybe, yes, I think I would like to explore the limits of my imagination and try and push them. Right, Kunal?
Yeah.
Do you have plans of writing more books?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so, maybe. Let's see how this one does.
हाय सोहा या सोहा बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद आपको पहले तो बहुत बुक बहुत अच्छी थी इन फ्यूचर अगर आपको कोई स्क्रिप्ट लिखनी जाए तो क्या कास्टिंग किसको किसको किया जाएगा
Casting?
हाँ.
हमें तो script लिखी casting director depends on the script. अभी तो कहानी भी नहीं मालूम का सोचा ही नहीं हमने. But there's quite a star cast on the stage at the moment.
ओके बट यू नो
I'm only talking about myself.
Yeah, we're going to take the last question. We have one more question. Oh,
Soha,
well,
hi Soha.
well, sorry, sir, you've asked the question. We're just going to ask one of the audience members. Thank you, though. But you have,
So, what was the toughest chapter to write?
Hi, Ninna.
Good evening.
The toughest chapter to write was probably the one called A Working Actor. The others sort of fell together, but really my struggle has been with my profession as an actor, which is such an important part of my life, but also the insecurities that come with the comparisons that are made, which are very difficult to live up to. And as I said, you know, they're very big shoes to fill, and I have very small feet. So that I think, and striking the right tone with the readers, you know, such that I'm talking about my insecurities and my failures and my, you know, all the learning steps that I've come across. But not being too hard on myself, I think, was the most difficult thing for me. So I would write at 2 in the morning, and then I would reread it at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and take away some of it and say, no, you know, it's all right. And then, so I think that for me was the biggest struggle.
हाय करीना या करीना जैसे कि आपने बुक पढ़ा इतना बहुत कुछ अच्छा लगा बुक में आपके सब इंतजार कर रहा तैमूर के बर्थडे के लिए क्या क्या कुछ तैयारी है
We ended it on a high.